Hello YouTube, this is Tammy Pie and I'm back with another video. I am doing day 2 of 5 days, 5 VRs. And day 2 is going to be different readings, different decks. I'm not sure if this is even has a hashtag, but this is a video Tarot Magpie did a while back that I really wanted to do a VR to because I kind of want to force it. I want to see if I can force the reading to be kind of different, because I have in the past done like readings for someone who asked the same question over and over again, and despite me using different decks and even different systems like Lenormand or Sibylla, or I got very similar answers. So I got even different cards, but really similar answers. So I think it's an interesting exercise. And of course, what I'm using are the decks that are here with me, but I think I'm going to do this vlog style. I'm going to walk around, maybe go to the bakery and the beach and stuff, and do some of the readings on the go in different places where I said, in my last video, I talked about how I like to do readings everywhere. Or maybe it was the one before that, I forget. Anyway, so, and of course, so I grabbed this deck because it was out. And the first thing that happened as I was shuffling it is this card came out, Carita, which it's actually charity, and it's a difficult card for me because it doesn't translate exactly in Google Translate, and it doesn't entirely look intuitively like charity to me. Maybe because I haven't, done a whole lot of studying as far as the different what do you call them? So anyway, of course the deck spits out this first, because this isn't going to be in any of the other decks. But let's see what else we have here. And so the reading, just a general reading for the energy for the week, let's say. And that feels good there. Okay, so we've got the 8 of Swords. And I think what I'm going to do is move her just over here a little bit so I can get 3 cards in here. 6 of Wands. And the Star. So one of the reasons I wanted to use this deck is because it's a modern Minchiate. And so what we have here is this 8 of Swords, which does look like someone who is trapped. The skull is behind these 8 swords, right? But it doesn't look like a bad entrapment. Also, the skull is just the top of the skull. So the entrapment is really in your mind. So we need to untie those bonds. We need to really open up to new ways of thinking, perhaps. And then you've got this beautiful 6 of Wands, which again gives us a little throwback to RWS because it's got the wreath there in the middle, right? It's kind of a theme I've been getting lately, the 6 of Wands. It's been a stalker for a few days. And so what I'm looking at is the kind of positive movement, very happy, open, positive, um, like I'm gonna do some stuff that is going to lead to some really good things for me. When I get these super positive cards, I tend to look at, okay, if I'm going to rise to great heights, what happens when I step down from there? Just because I'm a little bit of a pessimist. But the star at the end there is showing the guy riding into the future. This is the way forward for me. So very interesting week. And what we're going to do is the other decks that I want to use, I'm going to carry them around today. And we're going to pull, obviously not charity, although charity is interesting in this context, right? Thinking of charity in a different way, opening my mind up to those great victories that lead me forward in my week. So we're going to pull the 8 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the Star in different decks and see how it changes the reading. Okay, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I am going to take with me the textured tarot to read in the McLoughlin garden. I'm going to take, I've always got Primero with me in my bag, so we'll do maybe a seawall reading there. And Mary L. Let's do Mary L. I might go over to the hot tub. And then maybe I might go grab one more deck just to mix it up, because I want to, like I said, try and force a change by switching decks. That's the whole idea of this, right? The idea is if we draw the exact same cards, the same archetypal, but in different versions with different artist representations, can we get a different reading, a different energy? And I'm taking it even a little farther by taking it to a different place and seeing if that makes a difference. So hopefully this all works out. Wish me luck, and I should be done by the end of the day. All right, so here we are at McLoughlin. It's actually looking really good. It's been super rainy lately. If you look up there on the mountain, it's super cloudy. And who should I run into but my mom? So I'm gonna find a good spot over here and pull out the cards for you. If I can get a little, for fuck's sake, privacy, because it's Monday and everybody is walking because it's early. So you have to walk kind of early around here. The people that do the fairy garden on the other side have also adopted this one. I am loving it. They're so good. They must have like several people that work with them. Anyway, I gotta hurry up because my mom's gonna be here and then I'll be talking to my mom. All right, so this is the textured tarot in McLoughlin garden. And it looks mostly different. I would say a big difference in this one. This is the older version, not the newest, great cardstock version. I'd say one of the big differences in that 8 of Swords is she looks in distress. So this looks like a situation she's trying to get out of because she's in a bad position. And the 6 of Wands here looks like, it almost looks like a teepee. It almost looks like someplace safe to go. So safe refuge. And then the star in this deck really looks like a garden, which brings to mind where we're at, right? We're in the McLoughlin Gardens. So I'd say the difference in this reading is more along the lines of trying to get out of a bad state of mind, bringing myself to some safety, and finding a good peaceful place to do that. So it is rather different, and here in the garden makes a difference because I'm thinking that way, right? All right, see you at the next place. Look at this great wind chime here in the garden. It looks like a little Robinson Crusoe house. This is truly a wonderful work of art. I love it. So when I said go down to the hot tub, this is what I meant. This is the apartment that I come stay at sometimes. And great hot tub. Really nice gardens around here. And of course it's right by the sea. So despite the fact that there's always somebody sitting around this pool, it has some really nice vibes to do a reading or two. Ooh, there's some good bird of paradise flowers blooming. Cool. These are giant jasmines. And of course we got your hibiscus everywhere. And there's the ocean right out there. Alright, so down at the hot tub we have the Marielle. And like I said, this is going to be a push. So in the Marielle, all those sixes are angels, which is interesting with the star, because the star kind of looks like an angel in this one too, doesn't it? And then that Eight of Swords. Very interesting how you just have to open the gate and go through, right? So again, I have come to a completely different place to do this reading with a different deck that's a very different deck. And so I'm pushing it. So what I'm looking at here with the Eight of Swords is a locked gate. Is it locked though? Or can I just push that gate open and go through the door and see what's happening next? Because there's a castle there. There's lights on in the castle, and it might take a little effort to get down that road, but what's in that castle? Is it something I need to be afraid of? Could be. So here in the Six of Wands in Marielle, we have, I think, the Angel Michael. I want to say this is the Angel Michael. And I love the way she's got this very kind of peaceful but fiery look on her face. And you have this this spear, which has like a little reminiscence of a yoni. And again, that does go back to RWS a little bit if you think about the wreath around the spear in the center of the RWS card. But we also have, I'm not even sure what this is, like, it looks like to me a plant, one of those, what do you call the carnivorous plants?
And then, even though I'm sure this is a hand, it kind of also looks like a bird to me from a distance. So there's a lot going on here. And then this kind of free feeling of the star walking in a field. Different kind of reading here. So we're looking at going through this gate to what is possibly some hard work, but triumph through effort, with perhaps some guides and some support. And then finally this free feeling of walking through the fields with this kind of openness, right? A little bit the same, but also very different. And then this Page of Cups is just, I was going through the deck looking for the cards. There, he flew away. And it reveals that iconic 8 of discs, right? All right, so on to the next one. I don't know if I can do a seawall reading because it's a little bit overcast, a little rainy today. So we'll see. We'll see what I can do. All right, this is quite literally going to be Primero on the seawall because I'm sitting with my feet in the water. Right in this little lagoon. I think it's supposed to be like cordoned off for the Kona Surf Resort, but you can't do that in Hawaii. In Hawaii, the ocean has to be available for all the people. So we're gonna dig through this deck and find the assigned cards. So Eight of Clubs, or Eight of Spades as it is in here, Six of Clubs, and the Star here on the seawall. And here we have somebody who's tied up. She's tied up but walking on the beach. Interesting, on the seawall, isn't it? And then there is this guy, kind of, his face though looks a little like he got there by being maybe not so honest. I don't know, maybe that's just me, that's me projecting. But and then this star card is very this artwork is kind of kitschy, so it looks a little what do you call that, the Japanese manga? It looks a little manga to me, but it also kind of looks spacey, like a space hero. So she's drudging along, all tied up, and gets to this tricky hero guy, all under the view of this kind of superhero person. So this one does feel a little different. This one feels like kind of watch out what you wish for more than anything. Super interesting. And when I think about the reading I did this morning about being careful when you get these super positive cards of what happens when you get down off that horse. So interesting difference to the reading. I think I'm going to try one more, but we're going to do it indoors at a little coffee place I like to go to. Alright, here we are in my little coffee bar.
You have espresso.
Journey of the Sacred Bee. So I'm gonna look for the cards and be right back. Okay. So here we are with Eight of Swords, Interference, Six of Wands, Victory, and the Star. I don't know, y'all. What do you think? Interference looks to me like somebody's keeping that bee from flying to where he needs to go. But victory looks to me like he gets together with his hive members and they work it out. And then the star here looks like maybe the queen bee. And her, she's above this flower that looks like a poppy to me. So she ends up in the most luxurious of flowers in the evening. Well, that's it. I'm going to go home and put these videos all together, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.